What is up, folks? Today we're going to discuss how you go from looking and playing like the best team in the NFL for the first 5 games of the season to flushing your season down the toilet in the next 5 games of the season. As you can see by the score, things are not going very well. This was a crazy game. I wish my laptop didn't cut out and auto shut down so you could have seen all of it. This game basically turned with a flurry of 21 second quarter points that came very quickly by the Carolina Panthers, obviously. And I spent the bulk of the third quarter and the entire second half really just in a furious rally to catch up. The offensive numbers for this game for both teams are going to wind up just absurd. There's Revis. Jeez. Here's the thing about my defense this season. Statistically, I'm 8th in the league in fewest yards allowed, but I'm generating no turnovers. I have the 3rd fewest INTs in the league and the 3rd or 4th fewest fumble recoveries in the league. I'm just not generating turnovers, despite not yielding a lot of yards on average, and by and large, you know, giving up a respectable amount of points. You know, I go by yardage because if a team scores on a pick 6 or on a short field, you know, those are points that are tacked onto your record that are not your defense's fault. But anyhow, after this game, I had to make some wholesale depth chart changes to my D, because you guys know how I love coverage linebackers and athletic defensive linemen. Well, I had to reorder my roster to get more beef in there because there were just entirely too many missed tackles by my linebackers in this game that led to massive runs and a lack of block shedding as my guys just got bulldozed. I have a 3-4 style outside linebacker playing DE. Who I drafted in the offseason. I moved him to linebacker, or moved him back to linebacker and inserted good old Mark DeVito at defensive end in his place, he's not much of a pass rusher, but he's a very good block shedder and tackler. So I'm giving up some of my beloved linebacker coverage to get more hitting out there to hopefully force more fumbles, force more must-pass situations. Then I can situationally substitute my pass coverage linebackers and speed pass rushers in there and hopefully get some turnovers, because now I'm in some pretty deep trouble. As the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins are now a game ahead of me in the standings for the division. And I have the Patriots up next. And I have the Dolphins left to play also. So we are entering do-or-die territory. Pick 6 here, but this game is still not over. We're entering get this thing turned around, or the season is done, and get ready to get the season highlight reel and all season plans going. Sanchez getting planted there. This is just a great effort by Montario Hardesty. If you're looking for a undervalued, under the radar back, Montario Hardesty does stuff like this. He breaks tackles. He's somewhat elusive. He's got good acceleration, so-so speed, but he's really tough, and he never fumbles. The reason why he's not rated higher is because He's got a low injury rating, and his awareness and all that kind of stuff sucks. But he's a very solid back for the kind of offense that I run. But the losing streak has not been Sanchez's fault. Sanchez has been balling. He throws for like 5 touchdown passes in this game, and only 1 turnover. He's thrown for over 400 yards in 2 of the last 4 games.
Right around the 26-yard line.
He's second in the league in passing yardage. He has 20 touchdowns through 10 games. I mean, the guy's playing. I'm doing very well with him. But it makes no sense when you're losing and things are going bad to keep on doing the same things. You got to shake things up. And I've had to tweak the defense. And you'll see next game if it pays off or if my season is pretty much dead. As I'm still trying to fight here to claw my way back into this sucker.
He'll throw the screen.
Love Josh Morgan. Josh Morgan makes a lot of big plays for me. I'm very disappointed in Mike Thomas, though. Mike Thomas is the kind of receiver who will make the insane catch in between 2 guys, but will drop a pass over the middle with no one around him on 3rd and long. This is his 3rd season with me, and it might be his last. And to add insult to injury, AC Poe, you guys know he's my go-to guy. He gets hurt in the 2-point conversion. He's out for 2 weeks. As my team is a freaking mash unit. My starting free safety, who I drafted after season 1, is out for basically the rest of the season. And he's evolved into a guy who's an 89 overall, a guy with high 80s in zone coverage and man coverage. So I'm left with a aging Jim Leonard who has lost a step over the past couple of seasons. His ratings have gone down each of the past 2 years. And a thoroughly washed up Bob Sanders who can't tackle anymore, can barely cover, and is more a liability than a help. My starting outside linebacker, who I drafted after season 2, he's gone for 5 more weeks. Dustin Keller had a career-ending injury, although Cooley has stepped in admirably. I threw this ball too late. If I threw that ball earlier, I probably would have scored. I hate when I go back and edit these videos and see plays I left on the field. And I'm still trying to fight. Still trying to fight here. Smart routing this play, looking for Cooley on that option route, but I don't have time. Protection doesn't hold. He had just too much distance to cover, and now the game is over. So, wow, I'm going to show you the highlights of this game and the stats so you can see the craziness that's been going on. Both of us had over 500 yards of total offense in this sucker, but that 1 turnover ended up basically ending the game when all was said and done. So, the next game I played the Patriots last night. That'll be up soon, and you'll see how that went and whether or not I could, put the brakes on this free fall that I'm in. And here you can see the game stats. The 2 halves are basically inverses of each other. First half, he outscores me 35-10. Second half, I outscore him 25-14. Crazy game, and to see that, 21-point second quarter that he had. And I forgot to scroll through my stats. Here are some of his stats. D'Angelo Williams had the big game, obviously. And as a result, I had to make some team depth chart changes. Some dudes are riding the pine, and some dudes are changing positions. But what can you do? You just gotta friggin' fight on. But this is one of the wildest games I've had in quite some time. Quite some time. You're gonna have them every now and then. Thank goodness they don't happen too often. Here's D'Angelo Williams ripping off a run. Good blocking. Leonard misses a tackle. Another slip tackle there. I'm telling you, wholesale lineup changes came after this sucker. Excellent blocking all the way around. Had an inside blitz, and that's what happens when you blitz inside, the run goes outside, and everyone just gets kicked out and walled. Can't show one of Mike Thomas's glorious drops. What am I looking for here? Ah, yes. Good call. I had a blitz coming, and he ran a little jailbreak screen. Good call at the right time. It always helps when Revis decides to run right to the blocker. But nevertheless, you know, kudos to him for having that play dialed up versus the blitz. And here's another gash by D'Angelo here. David Harris just isn't quite there. Gets a little bit, you know, slowed up. But I sent him on a run blitz. He gets slowed up just enough. And he's out of the play. Bob Sanders takes a horrid angle. Just a wretched pursuit angle. And that is Housage. Big play, Josh Morgan. Love this guy. Always seems to step up for me when I need him the most. I kind of get helped out here by the alligator arm animation there, which I hope to take out of the game, or at least have it occur in context. And I placed the ball where I wanted to place it. Thank you, position passing, for deciding to work, and Morgan goes up and get it. And that helped to get me back into the game a little bit in my attempt to stabilize things. My one sack of Cam by Manny Lawson I can't show you guys. Now, would you believe this happened to me twice? Now, this play epitomizes the 5-game losing streak. Hits Kyle Wilson and goes to Mike Sims Walker. That happened to me twice. Deja vu all over again. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Oh, gosh. They gotta fix the DB contest animations to have them get rid of that alligator arm stuff, please. Notice all the drops by Mike Thomas. How many Mike Thomas drops have you guys noticed? Like 3 or 4? I don't know what the heck this is. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, my guy's getting destroyed again up front. I mean, that's just a canyon, folks. What else we got here? I think we have another Josh Morgan play somewhere coming up soon. Could this be it, actually? Oh yeah, this is Mike Thomas. These are the kind of catches that Mike Thomas makes. I wanted to go here, but good old route mirror rears its ugly head. And he's covered legitimately. So I'm forced to go here. And Thomas makes that play. But he'll drop a play if he's wide open over the middle. I'm telling you. He does that to me all the time. I should have gone after Pierre Garçon. The bidding for Pierre Garçon after season 1 was pretty fierce, so I figured, you know what, I'll let them drive the price up for Garçon and I'll get Mike Thomas. I should have jumped into bidding for Pierre Garçon. That's me getting shafted in coverage again. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't. I mean, what am I supposed to do? The alligator arm animation gets me again. It got him once, it got me 3 times. Murphy's Law, folks. Joe McKnight. I like Joe McKnight as a change of pace guy. He's the perfect kind of guy for that role. And this almost got blown up single-handedly by Beeson. But McKnight's able to get himself through there and make something happen. Any more? Good old Mike Thomas here again. Yeah, just a good route combination here. Surprised he caught it. He's wide open. Usually drops those. And good old Mr. Morgan. Morgan's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's very good after the catch, and he's hard to press. Just a crazy, crazy game. Crazy game, boy. If it wasn't for that 21-point outburst, things may have played out different. But you can never say that for sure, because I would have played different in the second half also. The score dictated how I had to play. But what can you do? I gotta find a way to rally. Gotta find a way to rally and make the playoffs.
We'll talk about playoffs.
Chill out, Jim Mora. I'm just saying. I gotta think positive.
I just hope we can win a game.
If I can lose
another game,
5 in a row, win 5 in a row, I can win 5 in a row again. You know, I began the season on a 5-game winning streak, had a 5-game losing streak. Why can't I have a 5 or 6-game winning streak again? I'm certainly capable of doing it. I'm also capable of going in the opposite direction. So this was one of the craziest Madden games of my experience. So stay tuned, see how this sucker plays out, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.